Hello again. So you all know about found footage, right? Of course you do. Everyone has seen it. But you know what the first one was. You might be thinking the Blair Witch Project, or The Last Broadcast, or that one alien one, or Man Bites Dog, which has a really funny name, or Guinea Pig, and of course Cannibal Holocaust. Fun fact, I've been where that movie was filmed. Or if you want to get really obscure, you have The Connection from 1961. However, Cannibal Holocaust doesn't really turn into a found footage film until halfway through. Hello, Butters. Yes, it's my cat Butters. She just cries for no reason. Now, Dead End is almost entirely an early found footage movie, and it's really considered more of a mockumentary. Written by Emerson Bixby is an unreleased 1985 splatter film. Splatter is another word for torture porn if you don't know, like Saw or Hostel. Now, this movie sounds insane with the little knowledge we do know about it. According to IMDb, it's about an unstable filmmaker who risked his crew to shoot a documentary in a town overrun with flesh-eating zombies. Now you might be saying, well, anyone can go on there and make things up, but here's the thing. The guy who directed this, Emerson Bixby, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He's a real person and confirmed it exists, but he doesn't own a copy anymore, and he isn't in contact with any of the crew anymore. Now let me tell you about how crazy it is. There are mushroom people, a scene with a zombie postman holding a dead dog, a scene with a baby zombie crawling into its mother's wombs, zombies and drag sing the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and 50 other references in this movie. Also, another weird thing about this movie is that at one point the military shows up and fights them. Now, this movie was never released. However, IMDb has goofs in it. And all have weird stuff like saying, oh, the girl got sick and puked from seeing all that fake blood. Which makes me believe that someone who worked on the movie just put it on IMDb. The director has said that he shipped it to a round of people, but none of them took it. Well, this makes me kind of believe it's similar to the Fantastic Four movie from the 90s, where someone recorded it and then started selling it on the black market and then found its way online. But that's just my theory. Now, I do believe this movie does exist, and it's probably still around, but probably goes by a different name. Here's something I completely forgot to mention in our script, but don't get me wrong, I do believe it exists, but apparently, the guy who directed this directed like 50 other movies that don't exist at all. So now I'm just kind of confused on if it's like real or not. I hope it's real. I believe it is. I'm just getting that feeling because that does seem like a actual movie that would exist during the 80s. But it's weird that none of the cast members were found. Like, you'd expect at least someone to come up at one point. But again, no one... And even when I was doing research for the Wendigo movie, a person in the comments section said that they wanted to see the movie because their dad worked on it. Yeah, that's probably all I can say, but I guess, time to go back to our birdie friend, and that's really all of mine. So see you all, and go check out my channel. Oh!